So this is my current project, working on 3 wooden boxes. I don't have the video done yet, but I do have the sides all box jointed, sanded, glued, cleaned up, etc. One is this set of colors. One is this set of colors with maple and rosewood. And here's maple and rosewood plus oak and some greenish stuff. So those came out really cool. Next is to do the stripe selections and sides and things. But that's not what this video is. What this video is just a filler video because, and I don't even know if this is going to be useful for anybody, but my wife says, oh, if it helps you, it might help other people. So we'll see what happens. But this isn't a project video, so if you're only on a project video, feel free to bail. So, being older, 1, no fun, 2, happens to everybody if we're lucky. But especially with doing lots of tight stuff, chiseling, that sort of things, for me, sometimes my wrist bones get out of place, and that's annoying. And I used to have a chiropractor that was nearby that I could go to, and he would get it back in place. But he had one hand here and one hand here, and he would use both his thumbs and go, and then get all the bones back in place. Well, that's far away, and sometimes I don't want to deal with going. But these small DeWalt clamps, again, this is a big caveat. I'm not a medical professional. I'm a crazy guy who does work in his garage. Do not do this wrong. You will hurt yourself and need medical attention. So with this, if I put it such that the clamp is right there over the wrist bones and squeeze it just firm, like no tighter than you can actually squeeze with your hand. That's all the level of firmness. And then you just take it and literally just wiggle your wrist. Sometimes just a touch tighter, but literally you hang it and you just wiggle your elbow and your wrist moves around. And sometimes I've been able to do that. And before that, my wrist feels like there's a pain and a problem. After it, it feels like the bones went back in place. Again, super minimal pressure. No, literally no harder than you can squeeze with your other hand. And do not force your wrist. Do not move your wrist muscles, etc. Move your elbow and just wiggle the hand. So, like this. Only with the clamp on. That sometimes works for me. So that's the first thing. The second thing. Back behind here, meaning right there, directly in between the shoulder blades, where you feel down your neck starts to bend and attach, right in that area. I have a lot of tight stuff in that spot a lot of the time because 1, I work on computers too much, and 2, if you're doing stuff in front of the tools, you clench your shoulders and everything else. So this works, and it's also a fun party trick because not everybody can, as I found with testing people, not everybody can do this because this is not intuitive. And there's no tools involved this time. But normally when you're swimming, etc., one shoulder goes forward, back, rotation motion. The other shoulder goes forward. So if you're swimming, forward, and it's always opposite. Like this one's forward, this one's back. When you switch, this one's forward, this one's back. And that's all the muscles there, at least I found for me, move right around the spine area, and that locks up when I sit wrong. So I figure, all right, well, how can I move and twist to get that to do and loosen up? And it's like, well, doing this works, and the shoulder rolls and that kind of thing, that works. But that's the motion that's expected, and it doesn't really do anything different. However, if you have this one going forward, so forward, down, and then this one, while this is forward, send the other direction. So it's sometimes you have them both in the front, and then one goes back, one goes forward. So it's hard to see on the video, I can tell already. Just looking up at the screen, that's hard to see. But basically, this one comes in the forward motion. This one goes in the backward motion. And you just do it at the same time. Let's see if I can. I don't know what it's going to look like this way because I can't see the screen. But basically, one goes forward, one goes backward. And it looks weird, and it's very hard to do because most people are like, this is not it. Just forward, like swimming motion is not it. It's as if you were spinning, and I can't get back far enough because I'm going to hit tools. Spinning this arm forward, this arm backward. Only you get your shoulders. So I don't know if that came out. It probably didn't. If you get the idea though, this shoulder is in a forward circular motion. So forward circular motion. This one is in a backward circular motion. So, and it's, let's see if I can do it sideways. Nope. Yeah. Again, I don't know if that's useful, but I have noticed if I do that for a little bit, that loosens up the muscle knots right at, back in this area, the spine and shoulders. So, I don't know. My wife said this might be useful to somebody. I don't know how useful it is. I know it helps me. So, we'll see what happens.